It's a winter wonderland. So I'm John. Here's what I'm doing. I'm going to Vegas. This is actually a work trip, but I'm going down a couple days early. So the first video is going to be on this channel, and then the working part of the trip is going to be on the main channel. So my flight was delayed. We got a lot of snow last night. It looked like over a foot when I shoveled this morning. I had like a 3 or 4 foot snowbank from the snow plow. That's why I've got the truck right now. If you can see, I'm driving my truck and not my car for the 4-wheel drive. I am heading to the warehouse to get my car, which I'm a little nervous to be driving, but I have to drive to Milwaukee for my flight, and I'm gonna want my car for when I get back because I'm gonna be doing some stuff in Milwaukee. So hopefully I don't die on the way there. But my flight was delayed to 1 a.m. Meaning I will arrive in Las Vegas at 3:07 a.m. But with the time change, that's like 5:07 a.m. for me. That's when my flight lands. Oh, this is gonna be awful. There's the car, parked comfortably in a warm warehouse. Hopefully I don't get stuck on that. That's like a foot of snow. Let's find out. Hitting it with some speed. Woo-hoo-hoo! All right. I'll just do a little bit of spinning out here. The parking lot hasn't been plowed all day since this morning. We haven't gotten a lot of snow today. Now let's get the bags transferred. There and there. My favorite part. That one was like dragging on. Oh, there's more. More over here. All right. So bags. I got 2 bags. This is the one that I'm taking onto the plane. This is for a week stay. This is it. We're only allowed 1 extra item. It's like $63 to actually carry on a bag. And then I've got another bag here for Milwaukee. Right there. So it'll be like the movies. I'm gonna have an indescript black duffel bag in the trunk of a car in an airport parking garage. All right, getting ready to go. Woo! This doesn't have the fancy e-brake, or it has the fancy e-brake, not the one that you just pull up. Let's have a little bit of fun first. It's not going very fast, so I'm getting dizzy. All right, let's turn that back on and get going. When I was younger, I had a car that had well, I've had a lot of cars, but specifically I had a Honda that had the handle that you'd pull up for the e-brake, and I would use that with every single time I turned when it was snowy like this. It was so much fun. All right, let's try not to die. We're gonna go get dinner with my better half, and then I'm driving down to Milwaukee for my flight. I've driven like 10 miles and I've seen 4 cars in the ditch already. The last one was a pickup truck. I just saw a maroon GMC Terrain that got right on my tail and started flashing his brights at me. So I moved over to let him pass, and he flew by me. And I wonder if you're gonna be able to see it. There's number 5. So he flew past me and almost slammed into another car and got right on his tail and started flashing his brights at him. That's the vehicle, the maroon Terrain, that I would love to see in the ditch. I should mention, I'm doing like 75. I feel like he must have been doing at least 90 to 100 miles an hour, which is insane in this weather. So when my flight was delayed, I got a text and an email saying, hey, your flight was delayed. So I just randomly, I don't know, just for fun, looked on the app. I don't even know why I looked on the app. We're on time now, which is a good thing, but I never got a text. I checked my emails, never got an email. I actually still kind of think the app is glitching out a little bit. But even when I Google the flight number, it still says on time. So I was gonna hang out here with her for a little bit, but I guess I'm heading straight to Milwaukee, which is nice. So I'm not gonna be up till 5:30, 6 a.m. my time. It'll be like 3:30, 4 o'clock a.m., which is better. But a little bit of notice would have been nice. That could also mean a lot of people are gonna miss this flight since they just canceled the delay and didn't notify anybody. It might be a pretty empty flight. I might be able to pick a better seat and not be charged for it. Or maybe I get there and oh, guess what? It actually is still delayed. It's an extra $49.99 to get updates in the app. So I'm gonna get there at 9:08 p.m. About 2 hours before my flight departs. Normally I show up like 30 minutes before, but I don't know if TSA is running their pre-check security checkpoint thing this late at night, so I might be waiting around a little bit. So every time I go somewhere, I forget something. Usually it's something that I can just go and pick up when I get to my destination. You know what I forgot this time? A stack of business cards. I think I've got a few in the car here, maybe 10 or 15. I hope. I've got like 1 or 2 really wrinkled ones in my wallet. So I'll be very selective. Have you ever seen that episode of Impractical Jokers where the punishment was he had to go to some professional networking event, but they only gave him 1 business card, so he'd give it to somebody, and then he'd have to go later ask for it back to give to somebody else? That might be me. I might be doing that this week. So it's coming down pretty good down here. Hopefully the flight goes off all right.
Or scan your monthly card. Welcome. Please take your proceed into the lot.
So I found 9 business cards, and I've probably got 1 or 2 in my wallet that are kind of wrinkled up. It's not a lot, but I get to talk to 9 people this week. So blue 2I, I have to look for that, and 2H, and I am in this row, and I will remember that when I land. I'm probably not going to remember that, which is why I always film myself telling myself where I parked. Maybe this will end up on the video. Maybe not. I don't know. You do, because if you saw it, then it was, and if you didn't see it, then all of this would have been cut out. Pretty. Wow. Rude. Look at that. On time. I should walk down the reverse one, then I'd really get my steps in today. Who needs a gym membership when you can just go to the airport and walk the wrong way on the moving walkways? That seems like a tripping hazard. Oh, crap. I went to the wrong place. I meant to go to the airport, not the sea marina that has a giant face. Man, I must be in a rough neighborhood. Someone's face got ripped off. That Summerfest marketplace used to be a museum. All right, there we go. TSA pre-check. So you can get very discombobulated going through airport security. So Milwaukee has a recombobulation area. Also, that may have been the quickest I have ever gotten through security. From the moment I gave them my ID to the moment I was putting my jacket and backpack on, maybe 25 seconds. Oh, and there was no line either, so it was like 5 seconds to get up to the front.
If you do have a personal item, my coworker Adriana.
So they don't even, they just deboarded. So they don't even start boarding the plane for another 30 minutes or so. So I'm gonna try and get some steps in and just walk around. I don't know how big this airport even is. Kicking stuff. I was gonna say something, and I already forgot what it was. I can already tell, so I check out of my hotel at 11 o'clock on the last day, but my flight isn't until like 7 p.m., something like that. I can already tell walking around Las Vegas with this backpack on, it's gonna suck. So I think I might, they must not be doing any flights out of this wing because there's nobody here. I think I might see if I can find a place to leave this bag. Maybe my hotel will let me just leave it at the front desk for the day, for the rest of the day. We'll find out. I've actually slept in this airport before. Spirit's that way, so I'm guessing that's where I'm gonna come in. When I was like, I don't know, 17, 18, 19, no, I wasn't that old, probably 17 or 18, I just drove to the Milwaukee airport, booked a flight for the first flight in the morning to somewhere warm. Happened to be San Antonio, Texas, and just slept on the floor here. That's normal at airports. You sleep on the floor, normal. Have a beer at 8 a.m., normal. Tuna sandwiches, 28 bucks, normal. It's a lawless wasteland here. I don't even know if I'm allowed over there. There's like nobody over here. I'm just trying to walk around and get steps. If I was from a country and government collapsed while I was in the air, this would be the place that I would sleep. Maybe I would build a fountain like right there. I think that's what I would do. I'm assuming this will be the cleanest bathroom over here. Ancient ruins or something behind a wall? What is happening here? Those people I overheard, they just got hit with another delay. And they keep calling on the radio that they want people from my flight to be at the gate. And they haven't even started boarding yet, so I'm wondering if we got delayed. Only in Wisconsin do the clothes get hung up on kegs. So I went back over there and it still says on time. 10:42, takeoff is 9:44. I think they're gonna start boarding in probably about 10 minutes or so. 10, 20, 15 minutes, somewhere in that range, they'll start boarding. I just looked up my Frontier app though, and I don't see any delays. So what is up with this? It's like they just put studs over it and it's mostly covered up, but not fully covered up. And here, I mean, they've got like trim down there and everything. Like they intend to keep that covered up. I wonder if it's something that they're hoping one day people will forget about. In 100 years from now, they'll take that wall down to add on and see it. So this is the only Spirit one I see. So this might be where I'm gonna get off the plane. I'm flying Frontier there and Spirit back because it'll end up being a lot cheaper that way. That's the kind of weather that I would like to have right now. It looks like I'm here. Not so much with the front-facing camera. Kinda. I don't know why I just started to film. This video is gonna be 20 minutes before I even get on the plane. I get bored. So I talk to myself. And I hold my phone up and film it so it feels less weird. There we go. This is where I want to be right now. Warm weather on the water next to a lighthouse. There's some unattended bags in the airport. Better not walk too far over here, otherwise I'm running up outside of the secure area. Yeah, I don't think I want to walk past that. Everything's showing on time right now. All right, I'm 1,000 steps away from 1,100 steps away from hitting my 10,000 for the day. Glad I had time to do this because I will have 0 steps after the flight lands because it's going to be after midnight, so it'll be tomorrow technically. So this gate just got busy. A Delta flight just came in. I heard it landing. I was trying to get to a window to film it, but didn't see it. This area is kind of neat. I'm guessing in the daytime you can see flights take off and land through here. Just sit and relax in these chairs. By the way, in case you were wondering, that flight that just came in from Atlanta. I don't know why you would be wondering it, but I figured I'd let you know. I'm at 89.17. No, that's what it was before. Hold on. It didn't refresh. Wait for it. 95.09. So that was about 600 steps. So one more lap. I haven't finished the lap yet, but I'm like 80% of the way through. I'm gonna keep walking until they call my section to board because I'm gonna be sitting for 4 hours in a tiny seat. I like to keep my legs loose. This one's really big. There you go. And that's the end right there. You can tell I'm in Milwaukee because Milwaukee's behind me. Sounds like they just did the final boarding call, but there's still a lot of people there, so I think I can get half a lap in. There's still technically 35 minutes before departure, so I would assume they're gonna close the door in about 20 minutes or so. Of course, I also don't want to hold up the plane, so I'm not gonna be too long. There's a big crowd back there. Look at this, the airport has complimentary ketchup. I need a bottle at home, I need to get some, but I won't be able to get it back through security in Las Vegas. So that's why I'm not taking the ketchup. No other reason. Just heard another plane come in. I didn't see it from the windows here, but I feel like I'm gonna be on board my flight before that one. Let's look at the weather. Well, it doesn't look too bad. I don't know if you could, oh, I want that weather, that looks good. Cloudy with a chance of breakfast sweetbread. And look at that, 10,000 steps just in time. Oh, it's nice and cool in here. I was working up a good sweat in there.
Have a great flight.
It's 2:37, which is 4:37 my time. I am so tired. And that was the most uncomfortable, longest flight ever. So cabs in Las Vegas are flat rate pricing. It's $27 to get to my hotel. There are like 3 different zones. It's so they don't take you on the scenic route that costs you a lot more. And so I checked an Uber and it was like 35 bucks. So I'm just gonna take a cab. But as I'm walking to the cab area, it says Ubers have dropped to 14. So I went to look and it was 14 bucks. So I walked all the way over here to the Uber area, now it's 12. So I'm taking an Uber. I think I've taken 2 Ubers in my life. This is the 3rd. Someone just got picked up in a Tesla. That'd be pretty cool. I went with the cheapest one though. It says she's done 11,000 trips. Wow. You see palm trees. It was 36 degrees here. Seems to be a common thing for me when I come to Vegas. It's very cold. Now I gotta find out how to get into the shindig so I can check in and go pass out. It's 3:22 a.m. local time, and this place is still hopping. I'm ready for bed. So apparently, because I called ahead, I got an upgrade. The camel. Alright, I'm looking for 30735. So I called ahead to let them know. Oh, it's gonna be like 3 a.m. because my flight's delayed. Right here. Alright, let's do a room tour. I'm gonna quick finish my thought because I tried to do this twice now. I called ahead, telling my flight was gonna be delayed and I'm gonna be here super late. And I guess because I was nice enough to do that, they gave me an upgrade. She said that I was upgraded, I've got a much nicer room. And it was right after she said, "Oh, you called ahead," excitedly. It also could be one where they always say they upgraded you, so you're happy. All right, here's the room. We got fancy work on the door here. We got a little closet in here with an ironing board, which I might need because to fit all of my clothes in that little bag, it's packed in there pretty tight. Bathroom looks fancy. You got 2 mirrors for some reason. Let's see, we've got a sink, we've got a toilet, and then we've got the shower, which looks pretty fancy. We got a nice little, whatever this is, I bet there's a fridge in here. There is, there's a fancy fridge. Drawers are empty. Anything behind here? No, that's just the door for the bathroom. And here is the room. I wonder if this is a smoking room. I don't see any ashtrays, but it smells like smoke. Maybe the previous guest smoked in here. Looks pretty fancy. I'm digging this. I'm really enjoying this. I will make some long distance calls here because the resort fee was $42 a night in addition to the regular. The resort fee covered local and long distance calls. I've never called anyone from a hotel phone. What is that? Whoa. That's interesting. All right. It covers local and long distance calls. It covers free parking and valet. I don't have a car here. It covers, what else is there? They'll let you print your boarding pass. I'm not 70 years old, so I'm not going to do that. It covers the pool, except it's out of season, so the pool's closed. I don't think, oh, and Wi-Fi, which, I mean, I seem to have a decent signal. I doubt I'll even log into Wi-Fi. So this required $42 resort fee, I get nothing out of it. All right, so the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's see what the view is like out the room. It is of the parking garage. Like no view at all. That's a nice grassy wall though. All right, so we'll just close that. I dig this though. How's the bed feel? Pretty soft. Oh, we've got velvet chairs. George Costanza would love that. All right, I need to get to sleep. And I need to shower. So I'm gonna do that. And then probably sack out. So join me tomorrow where we do stuff. I really don't have a plan for this trip at all. We're doing something. That's amore, when the wind seems to shine like a little much wine. That's amore, I have no idea who he is. He just offered me a ride. He gave me something to drink. I don't know if I'm gonna
wake up in an alley with an IOU pocket.